Hello out there to you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Sheets to calculate price elasticity of demand. This is elasticity when we're moving from one point to another and not the elasticity of a single point. Okay, so I've got the price elasticity of demand formula here. It's the percent change in quantity demanded over the percent change in price. The problem is asking when the quantity is 2,700, price is 11. When the quantity is 2,100, the price is 13. So this is what we've got. I've plugged all that into there. We've got the two methods. We've got the traditional method, which is calculating the percent change by going new minus old over old times 100. It gives us our percent change. Or the midpoint method, which is new minus old over the midpoint between the two. This adjusts for the fact that we might get a different elasticity if we're going up or down the demand curve. So let's calculate the midpoints too. So midpoint for price, actually, let's not do it right there. Let's insert a row here, one row above, and we'll say midpoints. Okay, this is, you can see it, it's 12, but if you wanted to have the spreadsheet do it for you, it's this plus this, and then divided by 2, or multiplied by 0.5, either one, give you the same thing, okay? So that's 12, and then we can just take this and copy it right over there, okay? So if you're not used to using a spreadsheet program, we want to start every function with an equal sign. So here we're calculating the change to demand using the quantity demanded rather, using the traditional method. So I'm going to start off by putting it in parentheses. So it'll be the new minus the old, and then we'll close the parentheses. That's our numerator, that's right here. And then divided by the old value. So the old value would be the 2,700. And then we want to put the whole thing, well, actually, let's have it do the work for us. And just we'll leave that for a second. Let's go up here and we'll just format that as a percent. So negative 22%. Okay. New minus old over old gets us negative 22%. Then here, let's check the formula here. It's giving us D. No, that's not the formula we want. Okay, so let's do the whole thing again. You could copy it and change the values if you want. So I'm going to change this to price. So the new price minus the old price, put that in parentheses, and then divided by that slash key is the divided by, and divided by the old price, and it gives us 18%. Put that as a percent, and the price elasticity of demand is just the ratio of these two. So it's this divided by this, okay? Often that is put in absolute terms. So we might hear somebody say that is 1.22, but it's really negative 1.22. So we have a higher elasticity coefficient or number. It is more negative than -1. So this is elastic. It is slightly elastic. Okay, so that is how to do that. Now, the nice thing about this is if you wanted to change the numbers, you could change the numbers. Let's say that was 6. That would adjust our price change. Okay, and let's say that wasn't 2,700, that was like 3,000. You could adjust that there. Wait, when I change that price, I had to change it. Okay, notice how it's changing that one. You could change them both too, and it's also updating the midpoint. Okay, now we're going to use the midpoint method. So we're going to write a new function, pretty much the same thing. In fact, you could copy, if you wanted to, you could copy this function over here, and it's not going to like it, but we just need to update because it's over here. So we'll delete those, and we're going to say new, and then we'll delete that one, minus old, over, instead of either of those, we're going to do the midpoint in between the two. Okay, and now we've got that, and then we can just copy that guy, and so now we want to do the same thing with price. So it'll be new minus old over the midpoint. That gives us 16%. They're already in percentages. And then we can just take equal sign this divided by this. Should be a pretty similar number, 1.5. So slightly more elastic. The reason we do this, I guess, so now we're actually done doing this, but I guess it's a interesting proof. We could flip this and see what happens, right? So let's go the other direction. Okay, so remember this was one. I'll just type that right here, negative 1.22. That was our going down the demand curve. Now let's go the other direction. So let's say this was 11 and this was 13, and this is 2100 and this is 2700. We got 1.86, so we got a slightly different elasticity when we went the other direction. Okay, and it didn't change the midpoint method, which is why it's preferred. But if you, for some reason, weren't doing that, then you're going up or down, and that's how to make a little solver, I guess, in Google Sheets for elasticity of demand, kind of a simple problem.